I'm the Detective Hound, a dog dressed as an investigator. Welcome to True Crime Hound, the channel where we follow unsolved crimes, dark mysteries, and stories still waiting for the truth. Get ready, the investigation starts now. Welcome, fellow content creators and true crime enthusiasts, to a deep dive into one of the most perplexing and heartbreaking cases in modern history. Today, we unravel the chilling narrative of JonBenét Ramsey, a case that continues to captivate, confound, and challenge our understanding of justice and truth. Prepare to explore the theories, suspects, and the profound, lasting impact of a tragedy that remains, to this day, officially unsolved. The festive glow of Christmas quickly turned to an icy dread in Boulder, Colorado. 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey, a child beauty queen, was reported missing by her mother, Patsy Ramsey, early on December 26, 1996. This wasn't a typical missing persons report. A bizarre, lengthy ransom note was found on the kitchen staircase. The note demanded $118,000 for JonBenét's safe return, explicitly warning against contacting the police. Patsy Ramsey, however, immediately called 911, setting in motion a chain of events that would forever alter the family's life and ignite a media firestorm. The initial police response and handling of the scene would later become a major point of contention. Hours after the initial report, JonBenét's father, John Ramsey, was instructed by police to search the house. In the basement, he made a horrific discovery. JonBenét's body, covered by a white blanket with duct tape over her mouth and a cord around her neck. This grim finding immediately shifted the investigation from a kidnapping to a murder. The crime scene was quickly compromised, a critical error that would plague the investigation for decades. Friends and family members were allowed to roam freely, potentially destroying crucial evidence. This early misstep created an environment ripe for speculation and hindered the collection of pristine forensic data. The initial chaos set a precedent for the difficulties that would follow. The ransom note itself is perhaps one of the most unusual pieces of evidence in true crime history. Spanning 2.5 pages, it was written on a notepad found within the Ramsey home, using a pen also from the house. Its length and specific demands immediately raised eyebrows among investigators. The note's language was highly theatrical, containing phrases like "victory, SBTC," and references to a small foreign faction. Experts noted its unusual grammar, punctuation, and the specific dollar amount requested, which coincidentally matched a bonus John Ramsey had recently received. These peculiarities fueled early suspicions about its authenticity and authorship. One prominent theory posits that an intruder entered the Ramsey home, abducted JonBenét, and ultimately murdered her. Proponents of this theory point to several pieces of evidence. A broken basement window, though potentially old damage, was cited as a possible entry point. Furthermore, unidentified DNA was found under JonBenét's fingernails and in her underwear, which did not match any family member. This unknown male DNA has been a persistent and powerful argument for the intruder theory. The presence of a stun gun mark on JonBenét's back also suggested an external assailant. The lack of forced entry, however, complicates this theory, suggesting the intruder either had a key or the door was left unlocked. Some believe the crime scene was staged to look like a kidnapping gone wrong, diverting attention from the true perpetrator. This staging element adds another layer of complexity to an already intricate puzzle. From the outset, John and Patsy Ramsey faced intense public and police scrutiny. Their initial actions, including Patsy's immediate 911 call despite the ransom note's warning, and John's discovery of the body, were viewed with suspicion by some. Their perceived lack of emotional distress in early interviews also raised questions. The ransom note's origin on their own notepad, and the handwriting analysis that suggested Patsy Ramsey could not be definitively ruled out as the author, further fueled suspicions. Critics pointed to the family's initial reluctance to fully cooperate with police hiring lawyers, and their move away from Boulder shortly after the murder. This behavior, while understandable for grieving parents under intense pressure, was interpreted by some as guilt. The theory suggests that one or both parents were involved in JonBenét's death, possibly accidentally, and then staged the kidnapping to cover it up. The elaborate nature of the ransom note and the staging of the body were seen as attempts to mislead investigators. This theory has been widely debated and remains a central focus of public discussion. A third significant theory centers on JonBenét's older brother, Burke Ramsey, who was 9 years old at the time. This theory suggests that JonBenét's death was an accident, possibly during a sibling altercation, which the parents then covered up to protect Burke. This narrative gained traction through various media analyses and documentaries. Evidence cited for this theory includes JonBenét's head injury, which some experts believe could have been caused by a blunt object like a flashlight or a golf club. The theory posits that after an accidental blow, perhaps over a dispute about food, the parents panicked and orchestrated the elaborate cover-up, including the ransom note and the staging of the body. Burke Ramsey was officially cleared by DNA evidence in 2008, but the theory persists in some circles. His quiet demeanor and later interviews, where he appeared somewhat detached, continue to fuel speculation among those who subscribe to this particular explanation. The psychological impact on Burke, regardless of his involvement, is undeniable. While the Ramsey family remained the primary focus, investigators also explored other potential suspects. Gary Oliva, a convicted pedophile with a history of stalking young girls, was a person of interest. He reportedly confessed to a friend about being involved in JonBenét's death, claiming he hurt a little girl. However, no definitive evidence ever linked him directly to the crime scene. Another individual, Bill McReynolds, who played Santa Claus at the Ramseys' Christmas party, also came under scrutiny. His wife had written a play about a child being sexually abused and murdered, and he had a fascination with children. However, like Oliva, no concrete evidence ever tied him to the murder. These peripheral suspects highlight the wide net cast by investigators in a desperate attempt to find answers. The Santa Claus theory was largely dismissed, but it illustrates the extent to which investigators and the public explored every conceivable angle. The lack of a clear external perpetrator, combined with the compromised crime scene, made it incredibly difficult to definitively rule out anyone who had even a tangential connection to the family. The sheer volume of potential leads, both credible and outlandish, further complicated the investigation. The JonBenét Ramsey case is a textbook example of how initial missteps can cripple an investigation. The immediate contamination of the crime scene by numerous individuals, including friends and family, destroyed or obscured vital forensic evidence. This made it nearly impossible to establish a pristine chain of custody for many items. The intense media scrutiny and public pressure also created an unprecedented challenge. Every detail, every rumor, was amplified, leading to a circus-like atmosphere that further complicated the police's ability to conduct a quiet, methodical investigation. The conflicting evidence, from the ransom note to the DNA, created a labyrinth of possibilities without a clear path to resolution. The Boulder Police Department faced criticism for its handling of the case, particularly in its early stages. The lack of experience with such a high-profile murder, combined with internal disagreements, led to a fragmented investigative approach. This confluence of factors ensured that the case would remain a cold case for decades, frustrating both law enforcement and the public. The murder of JonBenét Ramsey has left an indelible mark on American culture and the true crime genre. For the Ramsey family, it meant a lifetime of grief, suspicion, and public scrutiny. They have consistently maintained their innocence, enduring decades of accusations and speculation. Their lives were irrevocably shattered by the tragedy. For the true crime community, the case remains a perpetual source of fascination and debate. It has spawned countless books, documentaries, podcasts, and online forums, each attempting to piece together the puzzle. The enduring mystery highlights the human desire for closure and justice, even in the face of overwhelming ambiguity. The case also had a significant impact on investigative techniques, particularly in high-profile cases. It underscored the critical importance of crime scene preservation, media management, and interagency cooperation. Lessons learned from the Ramsey investigation have undoubtedly influenced how law enforcement approaches complex cases today, emphasizing meticulousness and caution. The JonBenét Ramsey murder remains one of the most haunting unsolved mysteries of our time. Despite decades of investigation, countless theories, and endless speculation, the truth remains elusive. The case serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of criminal justice and the profound impact of unresolved tragedy. As content creators, we have a unique role in keeping these stories alive, not just for entertainment, but to encourage critical thinking and perhaps one day contribute to new insights. What are your thoughts on this enduring enigma? Which theory do you find most compelling and why? Join the conversation in the comments below. Share your perspectives, your theories, and any new information you might have encountered. Let's continue to analyze, discuss, and keep the memory of JonBenét Ramsey alive, hoping that one day justice will finally be served. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more deep dives into true crime, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us shed light on these important unresolved cases. The Detective Hound thanks you. Subscribe to True Crime Hound, hit the bell, leave a like, and see you at the next investigation.